Hello, tuba players. Welcome to your video lesson. And we're going to start by buzzing on your mouthpiece. Go ahead and buzz a song on your mouthpiece. Pause the video right now. Go to another YouTube video. Buzz any song. Ready, set, go. Great, now do your own. Okay, we should have been done with that part. We should have just buzzed our mouthpiece. Please plug your mouthpiece back into your instrument. The first note that we're going to be playing today is the middle note F. Middle note F. Actually, why don't we go ahead and get out our 5th grade band warm-ups right now. We're going to be working on letters A and letter B today. Letter A and letter B. So go ahead and get that out. The first note that we're going to be working on is middle F. So this is open with no fingers and our middle note. Here's what it sounds like. Let's go play this one. 1 and 2 and F and go. Very good. If you were getting a little bit too low on that one, make sure to use faster air to get F. If it was a little bit too high, make sure to relax your lips and use slower air to get F. The next note down is going to be with our first valve. This is going to be E flat. This is what it sounds like. Let's go ahead and play E flat. 1 and 2, E flat, and breathe. Now, E flat and F are actually very close together. So your lips and your air are basically going to do the exact same thing as your open F to go to E flat. The next note that we're going to learn is D, 1 and 2 together. Make sure you push down both of them together. It's a little bit lower. It sounds like this. Cool, go ahead, try that one. 1 and 2. It's in the middle of F and B flat. Right in the middle is D. That one is D. Our next one is going to be first and third valve. This is the note C. Now, I think I told everyone, from your mouthpiece to the bell of your tuba is 18 feet. If you trace all of these loop-de-loops all the way out the bell, it's going to be 18 feet. When you press down your first and third valve, you are now blowing through 24 feet of tubing, okay? So that's going to require almost 50% more air than before, okay? So when you go to C, 1 and 3, it's going to require even more air than before, and it's going to be a lower note. Here is C. 1 and 2, relax and go. Cool. Now on that one, it's important to remember that you're going for the low note C. You're not going for higher 1, 3. That's going to sound like this. We want this one. And finally, last but not least, we're going to go for our low B flat. That's going to be low open note. This one's going to be the slowest air, the most relaxed lips, the laziest of all to play the low B flat. Let's listen. Relax. Don't try it all. Be lazy. Here we go. 2 and ready. Big breath. If you're up here, you're a little bit too high, so relax your lips. Think very slow air like a big lazy river, and all of your lips are vibrating very relaxed like this. if you need to replay this section a couple times to get it right, please do. We got to make sure we get that first note right. The reason is that is the very first note for our warm-up A. So let's go to warm-up A. I'll get my metronome going. The first note of warm-up A is our low B flat. The notes in warm-up A are in reverse order that we did them in this video. So first is low B flat, open. Then the next note is C, 1 and 3. You can write these down if you want to with a pencil. So at the low B flat in measure 1, I'd write a 0 for you're pushing down 0 fingers, nothing. Or O for open if you want to think about it that way. Then in the third measure for C, you're actually going to put 1, 3 or like 13. Just write 1, 3 because you pressed on your first valve and your third valve together. Cool. The next one in measure 5 is going to be D. That's going to be 1, 2 or 12 if you want to write that in. Then 7, measure 7 is going to be E flat. That's going to be first valve or 1. And then 9 is going to be F, which is open, 0. So go ahead and write those in if you need to. If you have all of those fingers memorized, you don't need to write them in. But if it's going to help you, write those in. Here is letter A. Ready? We're going to start with the low note first. Ready? 1 and 2 and low note. Ready and go. And 1 and 3, ready and go. 1 and 2, ready and breathe. First valve, ready and go. Open, F and go. And that was all of letter A. If you need to review that and try it again, I know it's really hard to get it right on the first time. So if you need to do that again, go ahead and rewind and play that video. Play it again until you can get letter A, the whole thing, all the way through correct. Okay? Next up, we're going to go to letter B. Now, letter B is the same as letter A, the notes. However, it's a little bit faster and there's no breaks in between. So if you look at letter B, you'll see that that first note is a B flat. It's the same one as letter A. So the first note in letter B is low B flat. You could write that as 0 if you need to. The next one is C, 1, 3. You could write that in if you need to. The next one is D, 1, 2. You could write that in. The next one is E flat. That's first valve. And then in 13, that starts with a 0 open. And then we go in reverse. We play E flat, first valve. Then in 14, we play D, 1 and 2 together. Then the second note in 14 is C, 1 and 3 together. And then 15 is back to open low B flat. Okay, let's go ahead and play letter B. Here's our first note. That's what we're aiming for the first note. Ready? And 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, letter B, and go. That was letter B. Congratulations. Again, if you weren't able to get that the first time, same with me. I was not able to get this the first time when I was playing tuba and learning it. So feel free to review or rewind any of these sections and replay them as many times as you need to. Letter A and B are the first things that we're going to play at our first rehearsal. So we want to make sure the first thing that we play sounds good. Good news is if you practice letter A and B, the rest of the exercises on the page are going to be a lot easier because of that. If you check out letter C, it's just letter B a little bit faster and twice in a row. Cool? So go ahead, have fun practicing with letter A and B.